from a cut inside the hairline now of David Diaz. So he's got the scrape outside his right eye, and now he's got blood flowing from inside his hairline. And Jose Armando Santa Cruz continues to fight exclusively out of a southpaw stance, which is the opposite of his normal stance. He's normally a conventional fighter. In the first 3 rounds of this fight, he made a decision, apparently on his own, to fight out of a southpaw stance, and has done so for the last 3 rounds. Break. Referee's instructions in the locker room of Oleg Moskayev, the challenger in tonight's heavyweight fight.
The belly button and hip to the hip bone below, that's a foul. Don't hit behind the head, behind the ears rather, and the back of the head. We're going to use. The ears are okay, behind the ears are not. The center of the ear is the demarcation line, but keep your punches in front and just obey my commands. If you knock your opponent down, I'm going to send you to the neutral corner. Stay there until I tell you to come out. If you come out too soon, I'll stop the count, and that gives the down fighter more time to recuperate. Just obey my commands, and we'll have a good, clean fight. I'll react appropriately to how you react to me. All right? Good luck. Thank you.
Jay Nady, the referee, as you look at David Diaz in his corner. Punches in round 5. Santa Cruz 37 out of 93. Diaz only 11 out of 52. Those numbers gradually getting heavier and heavier in favor of Santa Cruz. Lennox Lewis, as we saw in the heavyweight title fight, we're going to have Las Vegas's biggest, strongest heavyweight referee, Jay Nady. How important is it when 2 big guys are in there trying to whack each other to have a referee who's big enough to pull them apart?
It's very important, because when it really goes all out, you want a referee to be able to step in and stop the action straight away. If you have a referee that's not strong enough, you know, I seen in one fight with Mike Tyson, where Mike Tyson was going after his opponent. The referee was falling on the ground, didn't have enough strength to stop him.
Jim, I was just back there with the referee during instructions and also doing some interviewing. And I have a bit of a medical report, which is that Martirosyan apparently broke his right hand in the 2nd round, I was told, and has gone to the hospital for it. And also we had a change in judges for this fight, because of Paul Smith, a veteran here in Las Vegas, who is a diabetic, had some kind of diabetic reaction earlier this evening and went to the hospital, and he was replaced in this fight by Robert Hoyle.
Hasn't been that difficult to fight the score, incidentally, because in most rounds, Jose Armando Santa Cruz is throwing twice or perhaps 3 times as many punches as David Diaz. Diaz still trying to land body shots that will slow Santa Cruz, Santa Cruz down. But Santa Cruz just keeps throwing and throwing and letting his hands go. Lennox, you fought Hasim Rahman twice. Does he clinch?
Yes, he does clinch, especially when you've hurt him and you're trying something. He knows how to really work inside well, but as far as the outside is concerned, you know, he needs a lot of work. He throws a great jab, though.
When he clinches, the importance of a big, strong referee comes into play, because Rock is not only big and strong, but has super big hands, and he holds on, right?
Any man that can bench over 500 pounds is a strong man, definitely. And Rock can do that.
Santa Cruz still fighting out of the southpaw stance here in round 6 of a scheduled 12, and pretty much having his way in the late stages of each of these rounds against David Diaz. We were told between rounds, incidentally, that the bleeding on David Diaz's scalp was from a cut caused by a punch, not from a headbutt. We mentioned that Jose Armando Santa Cruz is something of a protege of Genaro Hernandez, who is seen there laboring to be objective on the HBO Latino broadcast of this particular fight. Genaro's been doing expert commentary for our Latino channel for quite some time, does a very good job of it, and he says, hey, this isn't hard for me. I have refereed girls' soccer games and called penalties against my daughters. It's not a problem.
Yes, Santa Cruz throwing a good combination. He throws some good clean punches, and they get through. Good scoring punches.
He was, Genaro was a very analytic fighter, an aggressive puncher, boxer, wonderful fighter.
Harold Letterman, how do you have it through 6?
Okay, Jim. 6 rounds to nothing, 60-54, Armando Santa Cruz. You know, Jim, I don't want to debate Richard Steele, but a cut on the hairline like that is awful hard to do with a punch. I just honestly believe, you see the fighting head-to-head, that probably was a headbutt that Richard didn't see. Be as it may, just as Lennox Lewis once again called it, Armando Santa Cruz getting the better